Hello, it's Troy from Wood and Wonders, and the purpose of our channel is to make woodworking more fun and to save you headaches. Today we are going to go on a road trip. I'm going to take you to where I get most of my wood. I'm in central Wisconsin and it's about 30 minutes away from here. So we're going to go for a road trip. I'm going to show you where that is, show you some of the sites, maybe show you some of him planing and flattening some of the wood, and kind of give you an idea on how to locate and get wood for your projects. Some of the things that you can do, the ways to look for things. So I'll go over that a little bit later, but without any further ado, let's get to it. Okay, so we've been down about a mile dirt road and I'm just coming up to the property right now. And here's how you tell you're at a place that they know what they're doing. Here he's got huge logs that he's seasoning to get the spalted look to it, all the way through here. That's where he does a lot of his cutting with a Wood-Mizer sawmill and things like that. So on our way there, we'll be there in about a minute and I will meet you inside. So I'm in the car right now. We've got 2 of the 3 slabs done. I've got a black walnut piece that he did earlier, and he did the first of 2 of the flame alder and black resin 24-inch rounds there. But they've got different thicknesses of wood. Wood is measured in units of quarter. So a 4-4 is 1 inch thick, 4 1/4-inch increments. A 5-4, which is what Brian has on some thinner pieces, is 1 1/4 inches. A 2-inch thick would be 8-4. So for those of you that don't know that, now you do. Brian has a great selection of everything. Spalted maple, regular hard maple, black walnut. He'll have cherry at times, ash. It's really important to find a vendor that you trust, that takes the time to do the job right. Brian has 2 Wood-Mizer sawmills. He has a flattening Wood-Mizer jig that you've seen. He has a vacuum kiln dried wood, which is a step above, in my opinion, of regular dehumidification kiln, which is a step above having regular air dried. So having dry wood is extremely important. How you get it is the real trick. I have found that Craigslist, I found Brian on Craigslist, believe it or not, Marketplace. Try to find people in your area that you can work with and develop a relationship. It might take a while. Don't always ask for the best price right away. I know that when I was a floor covering retailer owner, the thing I hated the most is when clients would come in and the first thing out of their mouth is, I want to get your best price. Yeah, you do, but discounts like that are earned. Over the time that I've worked with Brian, he's given me discounts that I haven't even asked for. And it's that kind of a person you want to partner with. So I'm going to take a minute after we finish here to maybe talk to him a little bit about his process, and we'll go from there. Hey, I'm here with Brian Stratton at Beneath the Bark LLC. And Brian, I have gotten wood from probably the last few years, and in my opinion, he's heads and shoulders above everybody else. So, Brian, just give me a few tips on what you do and what you do differently than most.
Well, I've got two sawmills, and I've got the real large LX 250 that saws 56 inches of width. And then, so after I aged logs a year before I even saw them, I put them on either one of my sawmills, and then we stickered it up into a bunk. Then we let that bunk sit and air dry for about a year, and then after the air drying is done, we put it in an I-dry vacuum kiln.
Why do you let it sit for a year to air dry?
It just relaxes the grain, so that way when you put it in the kiln, it doesn't turn into a taco shell. You know, the slabs will just move all over the place. So that's why I aged the log first.
Okay.
And then I aged the slab as well before I even put it in the I-dry.
Wow. What are some of the other things? How big of wood do you cut, or are there some limitations or what you normally work with?
I can do on the smaller sawmill, the width isn't there, but I can do up to 21 feet. Wow. That has to be air dried. Sure. Because the I-dry vacuum kiln will take up to 13 feet.
Wow.
So
what is the difference between regular dehumidification kiln and what you use?
The I-dry vacuum kiln pulls a vacuum and lowers the boiling point of the water. I'm pulling 22 inches of mercury, which lowers the boiling point of the water to about 145. It's 160 degrees inside the kiln, so it literally steams the moisture out of the wood at a low temperature.
And I can tell you, as a woodworker, when you're working with wood, the dryness of the wood, the stability of the wood, the way it's been cut, like Brian does. If you saw some of those videos earlier, you saw how he flattens it and has that Wood-Mizer flattening mill in addition to what he already has. So those are steps that can take any piece of wood and make it more usable than just trying to throw it in your backyard under a tarp and trying to get it dry. So Brian is located here in Wisconsin Rapids. You said you've had customers all over the state.
Yeah, I've dried and worked with Monkey Pod from people from other states. They brought it. They actually got
Sure.
it from out of the country and stuff. But yes, and on the after the I-dry kiln, you did mention I got the Wood-Mizer Slab Mizer, which makes it perfectly flat. Oh, yeah. Planers should never be used on slabs. Planers only copy the other side. So if it's crooked, a planer just makes both sides shiny.
Makes them both, yeah.
They're
makes
just
them
shiny.
pretty.
They're still crooked.
They're still crooked. So I'm going to leave a link below on what his address is and a phone number. So if you are looking for wood and you're looking for the good stuff and done properly and something that you're not going to have to toil to try to get it flat and straight, I would definitely go see Brian. Besides being a professional, he's a great guy and we love working with him. So thanks a lot for talking to us.
Oh,
Brian.
thank you.
All right, I'm back after a 30-mile trip. It was nice talking with Brian, and hopefully you guys and gals were able to garner some information on that and kind of see what's out there as regard to different kinds of manufacturers or vendors that can get wood for you guys. It takes some scouting to find the right person, but it's definitely worth that. So I just got back in here, and speaking of traveling, if you are an LLC or you are able to write off your mileage, make sure that you keep track of that on every trip. I use an app called Stride, and I will show a picture of it up here. It is just great to hit the button when you're going and hit the button when you're back. It keeps track of your miles and everything. It is a heck of a lot easier to account for all that at the end of the year instead of trying to go through and look through pieces of paper and kind of guess, because I will guarantee you that you are not putting enough miles on there and you're not getting the credit that you deserve. So hopefully this video helped you guys and gals, and I appreciate you guys watching, and please subscribe if you would. Please put a thumbs up and comments down there, and thanks for watching.